Watt's probably one of the most genuine teachers I've ever had, and in the 4 years that I've gone here, I don't think I've ever had a teacher that cared as much as he did. He's just a genuinely good-hearted person, and I don't think you've really experienced Grizzly Central unless you've had Mr. Watt in class.
Hey, Mr. Watt, I want to say thanks for helping me my Method GCHS skit. Shows how much you care about your students and what it really means to you. And I think it's really cool that you're my last teacher ever in high school.
Hi, Mr. Watt. I'm Alex Dahlstrom. I guess one thing that really stuck out about me for you was that you always came up and talked to me about volleyball. I actually didn't quite know who you were at that point, but you always came up and were like, "Hey, how'd your game go? Oh, I saw you had a great game. Like, saw you in the newspaper." And that was really something that was special to me because you did it, I mean, my freshman, sophomore year, and I was this little kid on varsity, and I mean, you were a teacher that came up and talked to me about my game, and that was something that was really special to me. So I wish you the best of luck with whatever you're doing next and wherever your life takes you, but thank you.
Hey, Mr. Watt, I can't believe that after 25 plus years, your legacy is gone, and I feel sorry for the future students for not having such a passionate teacher. Have fun in retirement. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Watt, for a great year. I loved ending my day in 8th hour government. I hope you have a great retirement.
Thank you, Mr. Watt, for a great senior year, and you were a great teacher, and you put in 110% effort, and you'll definitely be missed at this school, and I hope you have a great retirement.
Mr. Watt, I want to let you know that you're an awesome teacher, and I love how patriotic you are about the U.S. and our school. The school's never going to be the same without you, and you're truly awesome. I love that I got to have you as a teacher your last year. Bye, Mr. Watt.
Hey, Mr. Watt, we just wanted to let you know that it wouldn't be a GCHS experience without having you as a teacher.
I'm glad I got to spend my senior year with you as a teacher.
We will miss you dearly.
Now we're going to do a little stand-up for you.
Mr. Watt, you're the funniest person we know.
Good luck next year.
Bye.
Thank you. Usually people do that when I leave the room. That's even better. I know, lights are on, nobody's home. Well, you know, I can't really see half of you, but that's okay. I know you, so I'm glad to have the opportunity because I never had this opportunity before. So it's great because I've always enjoyed doing whatever it is I've done. I've done a lot of different things, but education's really where there's a lot of fun. In fact, I just start out with a very simple story that at the time I didn't think anything of it, and it's become one of the funniest moments of my life, probably. It had to be probably in a 7th hour a couple years ago. And I was telling the kids, and this is where the generation gap exists. I was telling them about when I was a kid in the old neighborhood, and every Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, we'd go out to the cemetery. And we'd bring our instruments, utensils, whatever, with us. And as I was describing, you know, it was tradition, family tradition. So we'd bring our rakes and shovels and, you know, flower pots and whatever we're going to do, because we'd stop at the garden, whatever it was called then, place, and go out there. We also brought in our hose. And the thing was that somebody asked me, said, "Well, did you have a hoe?" I said, "A couple hoes." And my dad had several hoes. And I was going on and on, telling my uncle, my aunt, my granddad, we all had hoes. We all went out to the cemetery with a bunch of hoes. And by that time, they're rolling in the aisles. I had no idea why, except I said, "Oh, okay, no problem. Let me rephrase that. Rakes." Well, if you're Shakespearean, you know what a rake is. But that's a little bit over there. But anyways, I thought that story was rather interesting because by the time I got done, I said, "Okay, I think this day's over with." But, well, it reminds me of the old neighborhood, and a lot of good things happen in the old neighborhood. But it was a little rough, you know. When we were little kids, we'd, see somebody put wet cement in there, and you reach in and you feel another hand. That's creepy. Or when you close your bedroom windows, hit somebody's fingers. They're trying to get in, okay? Rough neighborhood, okay? And we used to take multiple choice tests, which I've never liked because we had 3 choices. Take it, leave it, or shove it. And basically, I'm not going to tell you which one I preferred. But that's the type of stuff that's, part of the old neighborhood. Hey, ask a cop. He says, my parents are lost. Or I'm lost. Can you help me find my parents? He says, I don't know, kid. There's so many places they can hide. One time my dad said to my mother that I'm spoiled. She goes, that's okay. A lot of kids smell that way. English class, this is great. Teacher asks what comes at the end of a sentence. Kid yells out, you make an appeal. That's no joke. Really, you know what the hangman said? No noose is good news. If business is good, then the population's dropping. But, I thought I was going to go tomorrow. I didn't know I was going today, so I was really not prepared, but it doesn't matter. I've been doing a lot for a lot of years, so, just apply whatever comes naturally. So there's a couple of them I would like to tell you about. Guy goes to psychiatrist, says, doctor, nobody listens to me. Psychiatrist says, next. Another guy goes in and says, I need to talk to you, doc. Doctor says, what do you do for a living? He says, I'm an auto mechanic. He says, get under the couch. And so a guy says, okay, doctor, everybody thinks I'm crazy. I want a second opinion. He says, all right, you're ugly too. When you go in a restaurant, it's pretty rough when the only thing they have on the menu is broken leg of lamb. Or some nice places, family hangouts, Fonzo's Knuckle Room, Guido's Grotto, Dominic's Black and Blue Room. They forgot to tell me that was the Corleone family hangouts. But anyways, I like teaching government because when somebody asks me about the power of veto, I says, you ever see The Godfather? That's the power of veto. But other than that, life is a series of little vignettes, I think, little scenes that you kind of remember and tuck away, and then you remember them later on, okay? I asked my dad, how do I get my kite in the air? He told me, run off a cliff. But, that's just childhood, whatever it entails, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. It's like going to a beauty contest with a bag over your head and expecting to win. But either way, who's on next? No, just kidding. Because I wasn't sure. See, Second City was supposed to be here. Are they coming today? Good. Maybe I'll stick around. I actually have something to eat, so I'd like to get back to eat it. But, no, just kidding. See, it just happens to, flow. But anyways, if there's, 3 to 5, I think I covered it. But, hey, thanks for having the opportunity, and I'm glad. I don't know,